Hey everybody, welcome into Sports Live in the 215. In this video, we'll discuss the monstrosity that is the Philadelphia 76ers basketball season so far. And quick programming note for those of you expecting the Matt Breen interview today, he was sick this morning and we had to reschedule. That interview will take place next Wednesday at 12:30. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the Sixers. Oh man, what can you say? 3-14. This team is just bad, just very, very bad, and I'm still holding out hope that once everybody comes back healthy, the team will be all right. But we gotta we gotta get some wins together. It's still early in the season. It's only November, so the season's still young. I think I think the Sixers are in like a really bad spot right now. I just think um they just really need to have, well, first things first, they need to get healthy. But if they have one big game, that can turn into two, and then two can turn into four can turn into eight. So it can snowball. I know that doesn't exactly look possible right now, but it can happen, and I I still think it can. And once everybody that was supposed to be in our starting lineup and in our rotation as far as like bench pieces go, all get healthy, I think we can start to get back on track. So let's pump the brakes on hitting the panic button. I don't think um, I don't think making any decisions in November is the right move, especially when the season just started in October. So I know calm and reasonable are totally and completely two words to describe the Philadelphia fan, but just be calm and reasonable about the Sixers. Um, they'll figure it out. They'll get right. And again, if I'm wrong, I'll stand on it. But for now, I'm still holding out that hope. One huge bright spot has been the play of both Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain together, which a lot of Sixers fans, um, dislike the pick of Jared McCain because he wasn't necessarily a win now piece, and who the the well, Tommy wanted the player the Lakers drafted in the first round. His name is escaping me right now, but I anyway. I think the play of Maxey and McCain is one of the few bright spots to the start of this NBA basketball season for the Philadelphia 76ers. Gershon Yabusele has had his moments, but he still has room to grow in the league. So I'm excited to see how he continues to develop. Adem Bona is continuing to develop in Delaware, so that's good. Getting him some playing time. Well, not just it beats the alternative of having him see the NBA lights and kind of rot on the bench as the third string center. So I think as much rightful hate as Sixers fans give Daryl Morey, that was a good move to give Adem Bona playing time by sending him down to the G League. That was really good, and I mean Tyrese Maxey is he's just incredible, and again like I really think once this team gets healthy, they will round into form and they'll show the type of team that they can be. And if I'm wrong, you guys know me. I'll stand on it. But I don't think I am in this case. But like anything, we'll soon see. There were also reports coming out about that the Sixers knew Joel Embiid's health situation was as bad as it is, and they still signed him to an extension. That's crazy to me. I don't know if that's necessarily true. You never really know what to believe in the media. Like sometimes media types just kind of write stuff or say stuff for clicks. So it's like I'm not sure what to believe on that front. But if it's true, someone needs to be fired. If it is true, somebody needs to lose their job. Like that is just organizational malpractice. And Philly fans are well, they've known this for years, and Commanders fans, you guys will quickly realize this. Josh Harris is one of the worst owners in the history of sports. All he cares about is making money. And he wants the Sixers stadium to be Madison Square Garden light, the fans be damned. And I just think he is just one of the worst owners in pro basketball, and by a country mile. So congratulations, Josh Harris, on that dubious distinction. You garbage human being. But anyway, yeah, like the Sixers just have not had many bright spots this season. It's been really frustrating watching them, and I still believe there's a good team in that locker room. They've just got to string some wins together, and I believe there's enough talent to do that. And I mean, health, of course, plays a big role. They've got to get healthy. But they, in the interim, let's see if you can go on a little 5-10 game streak while you wait for some of your reinforcements to get back. And I think if they do that, the mood in the city regarding your basketball team will shift toward the upward trajectory. Right now, the roller coaster is just continuing to go down and down and down and down. The fans could use a nice 5, 10, 15 game winning streak to kind of quell the sky is falling kind of syndrome. But we'll see if it happens. I hope it does. But yeah, yeah, I really, really hope it does. One thing I will critique Nick Nurse on is the all old guy bench lineup that he sometimes goes to, and it's just like, what are you doing, Nick? I thought you I I thought you were supposed to be different than Doc Rivers, but with that all old guy lineup that he sometimes goes to, it's just I'm very confused why he employs it. And I mean, he was coach of the year. He's won titles like pretty much every basketball league he's been in. So maybe he does deserve the benefit of the doubt, but that's certainly a head scratching decision for sure. Daryl Morey, I feel like he had a solid offseason. He's just got to wait for some of his pieces to get healthy, and then Nick Nurse will start to employ them again. And I overall, like, I want the message of this podcast to be the Sixers will be fine. They just need a little bit of positive momentum to kind of go their way, and once it does, the tone in Philadelphia and the surrounding area will start to shift, and everybody will start to feel better. When that does happen, when that does happen, everybody will kind of take a deep breath and take a huge sigh of relief, because that is sorely needed right now. And at this point, it seems like it's just a never-ending tunnel. Like, there's no light at the end of it. One thing that's different from last year to this year, and this is a negative, is the Sixers have been dominated in the third quarter. And last year, when I would watch the games with my mom, she would always say we're a third quarter team, and last year's team was a third quarter team. They largely dominated their third quarters, and right now they're not doing that. And they need to find like four or five plays that they can kind of run efficiently coming out of that halftime locker room. And if they can do that, they'll get back to winning third quarters and winning second halves and winning games. And everything will be all right. And I think everybody should really kind of pump the brakes on saying the sky is falling. Again, it's November. The early returns do not look promising. But again, a lot of your starting lineup and your key rotational pieces off the bench are hurt. So that kind of contributes to some of your losses. Like, you have to kind of go deeper into your bench. You have to kind of play guys who maybe aren't prepared to play those minutes, those extra high leverage minutes. But yeah, I think the largely I want the I'm trying to get across that the tone of this podcast is, I know the early returns don't look good, but the Sixers will be fine, and I think the cream will eventually rise to the top. And if I know no one in the city no one in the city will believe that right now, but you just you got to give them more than a month into the season to figure some things out, and they'll be all right. I know it's frustrating right now, but you gotta just hold out more hope that they'll be all right. Um, and yeah, I appreciate you guys uh taking the time to listen to this, and as always, go Sixers.